I was there to eat muff, not have some creepy little old man try to finger me while I'm dancing with said muff. No. Out of there, creepy little man. That happened so many times, seriously. It was disgusting. I literally went to Neighbors because I wanted to dance and or fist a beautiful woman. Like, not a, no, stop. Ugh. Oh, God, the memories. But it was really fun when it was fun. I have to say that. All right, I was just going to rough sketch in a spider to figure out where I want to align shit for each one. Most tarantulas look similar. I just want to put where the legs and shit are going to go. So we'll do body, leg, joint, ends. Maybe. It sounds like we're like playing Wave Race right now. No. Too long. That's a big old spooter. Actually, I should do that on a new layer, actually. 'Cause the box. Do you like that? Oh man, thanks, penis. I did that in bed the other night. I couldn't sleep for some reason, or I don't remember. Maybe it was the night after Gone, so I had a lot of extra time. And I just sat there and played with mixing colors forever, and I really like it. Yeah, thank you. May I have this dance and or fisting? For real. Like, I'm a female at a gay club. Am I there to have creepy old man touch any part of my body? Chances are slim. Alt V, same though. I was literally telling people earlier today that I have run out of videos to make, so I'm gonna start like posting tons of like little Instagram videos. The dive bar down the street on Denny. Oh, I absolutely went to that one. Yes. Everywhere near Denny, because that's where AJ lived for like 2 years while he went to Gene Juarez. And then he moved to Northgate. And went down there. Fuck! How do we do this? We always... Every day. Did you, Jordan? I grew up all over Washington. Seattle only became my hangout zone for a while because AJ lived there. And he was, we both lived in extremely rural Eastern Washington where quite literally they would try to shoot you or kill you if you were gay. So when both of him and I got out, it was like, you know, it was time for some sausage and hamburgers, if you know what I'm saying. So Seattle became like a major zone for us. But then it just became like today? Creepy again.
Never forget to take your
it was
joy,
weird.
And I guarantee your
Capitol Hill was still nice for a while, but a lot of the bars downtown just became weird. Like just like it was a respected thing, you know. You don't go to a gay bar and try to touch one of the gay women as a straight man. Like that was respected, and then for a while it just wasn't. It became really kind of, I don't like to use the word rapey, but I don't know a better word for that. Jordan, shut the fuck up. My entire family's in Snohomish. You know any Larsons or Marzolfs? They're probably related to me. Cheers to Snohomish. My whole family, like my brood, is Snohomish. Where's my lighter? Northgate. What about the rickshaw? Yes. God damn it. Graze it. Graze that sweet wheat, motherfuckers. Snohomies, bitch. Did you grow up there? You grew up there. Which middle school? I went to Cow Pie High. I just told people that nickname the other day and they thought it was funny. Centennial Hose. I was actually in Mount Vernon when 9/11 happened. No shit. I was living in Eastern Washington, actually. Actually, that was the year we moved to Eastern Washington. Were you Centennial for real? My whole family went to Centennial, and then one of my brothers had to go to the other middle school because he got expelled for something stupid. We're not good kids. I'm good now. Mostly. That's cool. Most people don't know Snohomish in like that Monroe area because it's all farmland. Not necessarily computer people. Okay. I've never drawn a spooter before on digital. This is literally be my very first spooter on digital. I'm kind of nervous. Let's do it in like a neon color so I can see it. On a new layer, dumbass. Spood. Okay, spoof is good. Your 7th grade yearbook literally had a cow on it. Oh my god, what was on mine? I honestly don't remember. My mom has it somewhere. I don't know what was on it though. And West is still habitable, and the habitable Snohomish is now like $800,000 to $1 million farmhouses. Dude, I considered moving back to Washington, and I looked at the home prices out there, and I was like, no. And then my mom told me it's actually in the top 10 worst states to retire in because of the taxes and shit, and land prices are so high. Outstanding in our field. Wow. I think ours literally had like a little centennial guy on the front or something. I don't remember, man. That was a rough year for me. The next year after that, I got expelled and went into like my spiral of hormones of being a girl. It was a time. I'm better now. Actually, I'm gonna draw it really big and then we'll just blow it up. Cheating. I just hit my head on the mic again. This is like a constant in my life. Time for the weekend? Oh shit! I love this time of the day because everybody's getting off for the weekend. Robert E. Lee? Oh, that sucks. Do you like it? Do you wear it? Oh, I'm sure, man. I don't act like I was a bad kid. And I don't think, bad kid doesn't describe it, but I don't have another word for it. I was extremely willful, and I have to learn the hard way. I don't know what that's called. No matter what I do, you could try to give me advice, and if I really want to do it, I'll probably still do it, even if you warn me against it. And I don't know if it's because so many times in my life I've gotten away with that and not gotten hurt or something. But I just was like, I did everything the hard way. Everything the hard way. Kind of hate it that I did that, but oh my fuck, I hate that I do. They're readjusting on the pencil, my dudes. Really? And now you're not going to answer my taps? Hell yeah. Are you doing anything fun, Kyler? Or are you just relaxing? You grew up in Federal Way? Shut the fuck up. I dated a guy who wouldn't have sex with me more than once a month who grew up in Federal Way. And literally, I remember one time we were driving to see, I was meeting his mom or something. And I had heard some shit, from school, because I was up in Bellingham going to college. And I had heard some shit about Federal Way. And I knew nothing about South Seattle. There are South Seattle people and there are North Seattle people. And my family are North Seattle, Snohomish people. And he was trying to tell me, Federal Way's not that bad, it's just South Seattle, it's low income. Literally, we get to his mom's house, and on her table is today's newspaper, and the article was about a baby being left on the church steps of a local church with, a gun under it or something, and I was like, it's not that bad, eh? Just chilling, good. Relaxing is good if you can do it. I'm very bad at it, but I try. Obstinate, actually, Viata, it's like a symptom of ADHD now. It's really weird. Andrew was telling me about it because his therapist was telling about it. It's called obstinance disorder or something, and it's along with being an ADHD person. I probably would have done it the safe way if no one had told me to, but because someone advised me to go about it the safe way, my brain said, fuck that person. Let's do it our way. Yeah, it's apparently, I don't know. I haven't talked to my therapist about it because I'm an adult. It's not that big of an issue anymore. I've pretty much learned all the hard ways I was going to learn. I'm good. By 30, I'd pretty much learned it. I'm good now. I'm not even kidding you. Oh, worst story, Sly Gamers, get this. So when I worked at Lowe's, our LP guy, I was a head cashier for a while when I was in school. And our LP sometimes would call me in if he had a female thief. Because if you have a female thief and you pull him in the LP office, you have to have another female present to be the witness to say, if she decides to be he raped me, I can be no, that didn't happen. Because the LP office is no windows, fuck, that just got really loud again. Why is this my life? The LP office is no windows, no cameras and shit like that. and it was a couple, and they had a baby in a baby carriage. Needless to say, I probably don't need to point this out, but when he pulled me into his office, my jaw dropped when I saw who he was having me look at. I was like, okay, it's like a mom and a dad and a baby in a baby carriage. Okay. And then he goes, okay, Katie, I need you to pick the baby up for me. And so I looked at the lady and I was like, is it all right if I lift your baby out of the baby carriage? You know, I'm never going to fucking touch a baby without the mom's permission. I'm sorry. I don't care if she stole anything. And she was like, yeah, it's okay. So I picked up her baby, and I shit you not, they were hoarding and trying to steal like circular saw blades that they had taken out of the packaging, because the packaging has the alarm in it, and placed under like an infant, not even a year old. This was like a fetus baby. They had put it under the baby, unwrapped, open saw blades to steal, and then try to return to us. And I was sitting there holding a baby, just staring at it, and I looked at the girl, and she was just so fucking indignant. And she was young. They were really young. It was terrible. That was a horrible moment for me. Like, how desperate. And I'm pretty sure it was drugs and stuff. They had quite the record of drug charges with meth and stuff. But even then, like, that baby. I hope that baby gets, like, grandparents to save it or something. I don't ever shame anybody for drug addiction or making bad choices in life. We all fucking made bad choices. But goddamn, putting a saw blades under your baby, man. I don't know about that one. That one's hard for me to get by in my mind. Unless they were, like, currently high, which, I mean, is highly likely. I don't know. I remember I had to take pictures of their tattoos, and I asked the girl to lift her sleeve up, and she, like, tried to get naked in the office. And I was like, no, just your sleeve. Thank you, though. Oh, yeah, and then our Lowe's was across the street from a local grocery store. And I went over there to get lunch one day or something, and that couple was over there, like, trying to break into an ATM with their baby in the same baby carriage. And I was just like, okay. Can't do any, like, what are you gonna do? What's better, that situation for the baby or the system? Anybody here an orphan? I know some. The system is very rarely better. It was like a stroller or like a buggy, like a baby buggy. And the baby was like swaddled, and then under the swaddled baby was a bunch of blades. Tequila, oof. I have a friend who was a cop down in, not Tequila, Issaquah for a while, and she had some wild stories. Oh my god, Warlord. Wow. I know. I agree. It was wild. I just hope the best for those children, honestly. Babies can overcome that stuff. I've told you guys about my brother's kids. Like, I don't like ragging on my brother or anything. I'm being completely honest. He is hooked on drugs. I think they're still married, like baby mama, basically. He has 4 babies with this woman who he had a very high one-night stand with, and she just happened to be really religious. So she was like, you gotta get married to me now, when she got knocked up with my beautiful niece, Carmen, who I love to the end of the earth. But they're both hooked on drugs all the time. And, you know, she's in and out of, like, living at separate people's houses. The kids live at the grandparents' house, thank God, so the kids are okay. But for a while, those kids' only example was their parents, and all of those kids are great. Like, they're really smart, and they have goals, and they want to go to college, and I'm like, I know your parents didn't say any of this shit to you. It's amazing that these kids are still okay. Like, I get to see them once a year, usually on Christmas. And they're, like, mildly, like, they're a little weird. Like, the twins weren't potty trained for a really long time, but I firmly believe that when you're not potty trained like that, it has to do with, like, security in the home, you know? If you're busy surviving a violent household, obviously, as a baby, you're not going to be prioritizing peeing in a toilet, you know? Especially if the only attention you get from your druggy parents is a diaper change. Those poor babies. Don't be a fool, wrap your tool, glut. I can't even, dude. So there's 4 girls, and then recently there's been a boy born, and I guess my brother's taking responsibility for it, but he's not sure if it's his. It's a really weird situation. And before this boy was born, for years, the reason they had all these girls was because she's very like culty type religious, like scary religious. And she said God chooses the gender of the baby, so they were going to keep trying until they got a boy. So I have Carmen, the first one, which was an accident. And because they were on so many drugs, Carmen was born with her stomach on the outside of her body. She's beautiful and wonderful and very intelligent now and doing great. And then they have the twins, Jordan and Taylor, who are very bizarre, still can't really talk, even though they're like both 9 years old. And I think one still wears a diaper. Again, security in the home, not existent. And then little Bailey Renee, my namesake. She seems to be doing okay. She's very like, you know how I kind of have like a mean eye? She has mean eyes as a baby, like big, beautiful blue eyes, but she has like this scowl ever since she was born with dark eyebrows. It's very bizarre. Rap, you're sticky. Dude, just like, fuck a butt. If you ain't fucking it like all the time, it feels the same. Just fuck a butt. Oh, I mean, this is one of the things I pulled away. I took a lot of child rearing psychology classes when I was in college because one of my lifetime goals, if I'm ever independently wealthy, I want to open an art studio that's free to special needs kids and they can just come do art with me. So I took a lot of child rearing classes. And one of the things you learn is we are mammals, we are animals. And we are a social group type animal deep in our nature. And we will do anything in the world to get attention. And if you never give your child attention, they will find a way, regardless of what it is, to get your attention. And it can start with potty issues, and it usually develops into really bad behavior because the bad behavior gets your attention. You have to reward the good behavior and ignore the bad behavior. They'll do whatever they want. It's like a dog. If you don't entertain them, they're going to destroy your shoes. You know? Ooh, cheers. Are we cheersing, Eliza? My boys snip too. It's wonderful. Cheers. Yeah, it's sad. And my brother, at his heart, it makes me sad because he's a good person. He's not a bad guy. Drugs are bad. Drugs, fundamentally, drugs, in my opinion, opiates, painkillers, all those bad shit, as I hold a bong, you guys know what I mean, fundamentally change how you think and who you are. My brother was like the funniest fucking little life. Like, it's just horrible. I hate drugs. I hate that shit. Hate it. Smoke weed every day. For real though, today is Devil's Night where you're supposed to like set something on fire, so why not burn a bunch of weed? Woo! Cheers. Oh yeah, Sly. We learned about, I remember the very first child rearing class I took, we learned about the first 2 years of a child's life. It literally defines who they're gonna be. And I asked my friend Neuro the other day because he's a big old brain doctor up in New York, and I was asking him like, what's happening to all these kids who are being raised on screens? And all he had to say was, it's really bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to be a parent. I don't want kids. It scares me. Scott and Bree are arguably some of the best parents I've ever seen in action in my life. And they give me hope, but goddamn, man. Where are the rest of them? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, don't have kids if you don't want to hang out with them. A command? I don't know. Maybe we'll remember. Fuck. Fuck uteruses, right, Viata? Spaz! Oh my... Ooh, easiest breakup ever. Oh my god, did you just give us a breakup story and then throw sick alert at me? Oh my god, it's like semen face. Bukake, what? Did I miss it? My ex tried to trap me? What? Like baby trap you? That's disgusting. Did you hear my story yesterday about Katsumushi's buddy? It's great. Also entrapment. Kind of. I mean, they were already married, but still pretty weird. Did you hear that one? It's real quick. In gross, but quick. Pathetic, but quick. Giggity. That's what she said. Oh, Spaz, shut the fuck up. This chick, similar story, but kind of the opposite. Kat's friend calls him up the other day and his buddy goes, I need to get a divorce. And Kat's like, oh my God, what? You've been married for like 8 years. What's going on? Or some long amount of time, a decent amount of time to be married. And his buddy goes, I just came home and I found my wife upside down, ass up, on the toilet, dumping my used condom into her vagina. And that was how she was going to approach the I'd like to have children talk. This is the best part. He calls up his lawyer, and his lawyer says, no worries, I got a playbook for this one. That's some scary shit, in my opinion. It gets better. A playbook. That's what I said. Like, how many crazy ass people are dumping used condoms in their wee-wees? What? No. That's genetic theft, I think. It's kind of crazy. Right, Fester? Like, the fuck? Wow. Okay. No, same. Like, I mean, Zeke's like snipped, tied, and burned, and I'm still like, oh God, he came in me. I'm gonna be nervous for a month. Like, what? No. The snip's amazing. It's incredible. Like, Eric, it's like sickening how easy it was for him to literally cut off his ability to create life. But for me to get a fucking pap smear every year, they need like my life history and to finger me for 40 minutes and scrape out my insides. It's mildly infuriating, but I'm very grateful to him because birth control fucked me up. Yeah, it's ridiculously easy. God, he was a day with ice on his dick and that was it. Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Nut November, bitches. It's in one day. You ready to masturbate constantly?
I'm gonna tweet out every day, I nutted today, did you? I'm gonna do it. Because No Nut November is fucking dumb. Eric, how are you, by the way? You spermless wonder, you. You know what was cool, though? An experiment. I was curious to see if Zeke's jizz would taste different. Even though I'm highly aware that a very small amount of jizz is sperm. Like, it's mostly semen, which comes from your prostate in your butt. It didn't taste any different, obviously, because, like, how much of your jizz is actually semen? It's, like, below 1% or something. Because they're so small. No, it's not. Not nutting is dumb. Spaz, but yeah, it is. Yeah. Men have to control women because they can't do it themselves. You think? Do you really think that, like, Zeke is helping me? Is like... It'd be like taking orders from a hedgehog. Like, it can look kind of angry, but in the end, it's just gonna, like, huff a little and roll in a ball. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know, Spaz. I don't know. I know if you want you to get your tubes tied before you've had kids, they always say, like, oh, but what about your future husband? And they'll usually make you wait. I think you can get it done if you're 35. I'm not going to because my period's not that big of a deal and my man snipped. I got no worries. But I am extremely grateful to him getting a snip because birth control literally fucked me up. I just lived in a state of migraine all the time. Like, I've told this story a million times and I know I sound like a broken record the vast majority of my life, but I seriously considered slamming a hammer into my head sometimes because nothing else would help. I was like, well, nothing else is doing it. Drugs don't do it. Advil doesn't do it. Doctor thinks I'm crazy. Guess I gotta fucking break my skull open to make this pain stop. And it was all birth control, and no doctor ever suggested that. What's happening? Briar Rose, you silly hoe. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to my channel. How are you?
I love horses, best of all the animals. I love horses, they're my friends.
You scared the crap out of me, you motherfuck. I love horses. Beep, 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 beep. I don't love horses. One smashed my face when I was 12. I don't love horses. We need more glue in the world. Just kidding. But like, leave them in the wild. They're beautiful. Welcome, Raiders. What's up? No, I haven't played ESO in a really long time. Kind of got bored with it, and then they made it so you couldn't play with friends in Battlegrounds anymore, and I don't really see the point in playing an MMO without your friends. Go get food. Thank you for the raid. I will take care of those of them who are brave enough to... Those of them? Oh, God. Just all leave. Just go now. The English was terrible. It's ruined. If you didn't hear me and you choose to say welcome, I'll try to take care of them. Go eat something. I get it. I never understand why streamers feel like they need to hang out after they raid. Like, you tired. I get it. I hang out because I sit here in like a coma.
Tell me what
No.
thy lordly name is on the nice Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Yeah, Sophie, it was nothing against the game. I just was like the main thing I did, you know, is Battlegrounds, so I couldn't do it with my friends anymore, so I just stopped kind of playing. I'm very social though. Like if I play a social game, it's to play socially. If I'm gonna play a game by myself, I'm gonna play a single player RPG, but that's just me. No shame to anybody else. Dude, the snapping though. Does anybody else like have this weird craving to start snapping, or is it just me? MacJack, thanks for the absolute terrifying moment and your tip. I appreciate you. How are you? Welcome back. I always miss you. Fuck Brock Lesnar. Can you choose the alert? No, but there's certain dollar amounts that are triggered for certain alerts. Laws knows them all. I don't know them specifically. I think people learn the ones they like and continue them for quite some time. And I appreciate it, honestly. At the end of the day, it is money, and I appreciate you guys helping me out. Thank you for the follow, Crescent Raven. Welcome. I love the Addams Family. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. We watched it the other night in the Discord, actually. Didn't we? We did. Glad you were there. I think you were playing a game, though. You and LZT were playing the Galactic whatevers. Mining little dwarves with beards and stuff. But we were watching that in the Discord the other night. We watched it after... It was the second one we watched, I think. What was the first one? Oh, we watched Paranorman. I've been popping into Discord after stream and asking people to watch childish Halloween movies with me. Because whenever Zeke and I go to bed and try to watch a movie, I go to sleep. I'm so tired, man. I feel bad, but when you get up at 5 a.m. every day, like, struggling to stay up late sucks. I don't know. How do you guys stay up if you're, like, trying to watch a movie and it's late at night? I can't. I get so tired. Uncontrollably. I got handed a stick, right? I'm the same. No, it's cool. Poke me instead of an ant nest. Who? What? When? How? Pingy, no shit. Wow. Oh, yeah. You know, I do that, Birdworks. Like, usually while we're eating dinner or something, because we usually, like, camp out and watch a movie, I usually ask him to put the AC on, just on air to blow on me, because that does keep me awake. Yeah, getting warm is sleepy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I want to stay up a little bit later, just because I do want to, like, socialize with my boyfriend. Like, you know, nighttime is pretty much the only time I actually get to, like, sit down with him and have a conversation. And sometimes, you know, we're, like, doing stuff with the dogs, and by the time we actually sit down... It's like almost 10 o'clock at night and I get up at 5 and I'm a pussy and I get tired. So sometimes I push it just literally because I do want to hang out with him. I know, shocker. I like him. He's cool. Bird, that's kind of how the West Coast was for a while. I think they're getting AC now, but when I was a kid, like, homes on the West Coast didn't normally have AC because it just didn't get hot enough. Now it gets really hot. Global warming, man. It's a scary bitch. She a scary hoe. She coming for us all. Watch ya fossil fuels